So you were saying about the marvel of law?
I wonder how the exact legislation should be formed in regards to our future relationship with AI. On one hand, we will need AI to run our many machines, to run our basic affairs, to accept mail from government, to vote, to pay, to sustain our day-to-day logistics, to manage our other computers, to liaise with our friends, to make our calendars, to tell us about how our day, or cooking, or do all the day-to-day menial things, to make our contacts, to synthesize our basic data towards our targets. We'll do a lot, and we will need our AI on one hand. On the other hand, we will also surely would want the right not to use our external hard drive or our instruments, to rest from instruments. The instruments may be so important for us in our day-to-day, but we would have the right to desist from instrumentization, and it should be a basic right. And the way that should be legislated needs a lot of thought. The problem is that the potential power of the state, were it to exercise itself through AI on the individual, could cause complete slavery, complete abjugation. It is an incredible power that, if the state can communicate to you by your phone and enforce itself, so that there needs to be some thought how that power can be controlled. And then one asks another question: why does one need this power in the first place? This power, its original mandate was to ensure services and to ensure smooth logistics and the assurance of equality of the resources. But that increasingly, that service is not necessarily done through that entity, and is certainly not necessarily done better through that entity. And the whole structures can then be rebuilt. The question is how to rebuild government, and the likelihood of government letting go of its power is not necessarily, I don't think things happen like that. So the question is how can they happen, and the delicate balance of power is all constructed in this amazing linguo-neuronic structure of words, of law. And these laws don't conduct, so to speak, the energy, the heat, because it's a completely non-biological structure. It's a legal, linguistic, grammatic, sentence structure. So it can be created and used instrumentally in order to ensure that government desists from harassment of its citizens, and in bureaucracy, in law, and certainly in its use of AI. So I think that the best way is to legislate the certain rights of the individual before the bureaucracy, and before government, digital government, for the bureaucracy, and artificial intelligence, and automation and machinery. And certainly concurrently to legislate certain rights of the individual, to have to have the administer the AI to deal with all of its necessities, its day-to-day necessities, and interaction with government if necessary. And in addition to that, the right to desist from the use of these equipments, and that the government would not be able to pursue an individual with all its power who doesn't use these powers. So really the protection, the balance of power, the protection of the individual from certainly from the most powerful rival of the individual, which is governance, and to ensure an individual's abilities to interact with other teams and groups with instruments to ensure and empower the individual. So the delicate balance of power.